Welcome to the Happy, Healthy Life Podcast with your hosts, Rob and Randy, who reveal the truth, the lies, and confusion about health so that you are no longer the victim to mainstream medical dogma and you are the hero to your own happy, healthy story. Welcome to the third and final part of a very special episode of the Happy, Healthy Life Podcast. The guys are joined once again by Alexandra O'Brien as she interviews them for the Clean Truths podcast.
I keep hearing from my girlfriends after they have kids, I don't want to look at my husband. I don't want to touch him. I don't want him to touch me. I hate him. And obviously their hormones, right, are all out of whack. But I have some girlfriends. It's now been like 5 years. They need to get their metabolism checked. Is that what you would, am I hearing that correctly?
When you were waiting for the podcast to start, we were actually consulting with one of our clients, and that was her problem. Exactly.
I know.
I hear
this all the time from my girlfriends. I'm like, oh my God, this is awful.
So right before, that's what was taking us a while to be able to get out there. She was going, guys,
yeah,
I now have the best relationship with my husband. My life is better than it's ever been. I have more energy than I've ever had before. My libido is better.
Mm-hmm.
All of those different things that you're describing right there, but the foundation was better metabolic health. And so, yeah, we see that a lot. And a poor libido or a lack of a desire for intimacy, that right there is a sign, and it's a telltale sign and symptom of poor metabolic health.
So when we say biohacking, does that mean peptides?
I mean, there's a lot of things.
Okay. But peptides could be part of it.
In the biohacking space, you better believe it could be a part of it. And it's a huge part of the biohacking space. There's some account I follow on Instagram where they make fun of the biohacking community in a really healthy, fun way. But I was watching one where they're on a date and all the things they're saying and going back and forth with each other was literally cracking me up. In fact, the guy's sitting there on his phone and a Huberman podcast is going off. And she's like, is that Andrew Huberman? Is he here in the restaurant? He goes, oh no, I was just listening to Andrew Huberman as I was coming into the date and I forgot to turn my phone off. Like
the alarm's going off. He's like, up, time for my injection.
Stop. That is so funny.
Yeah, it's just, I'll have to, if y'all aren't following this account, you got to follow it. I just recently stumbled onto it. But back to your point, listen, there's a lot of things involved in the biohacking community, but this was kind of what I was going to earlier with, one of the mistakes we make in the wellness space is you jump to all the other things.
Right.
Yet, wait a second, you never even laid down a solid foundation of metabolic health. There's a lot of things you can do to upgrade your life and your health. Heck, I use a lot of these. We've got a wellness room right next door that's got an infrared sauna, red light therapy. We do a lot of these type strategies. Heck, I was using some of these things in Spain 15 years ago, but that's not really what health is. And, peptides are this hot new thing, but at the end of the day, they're still treating and managing problems that aren't a deficiency in synthetic peptides.
Oh no, I start my peptide journey next week.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. You can only be the one to answer what you're willing and want to do. I would just say peptides are too far down the chain if you haven't addressed the real cause and the real root of metabolic dysfunction. And nobody, if peptides were healing people's metabolism, obviously we'd be using those as a part of the strategy. So I think it's simpler than that.
Wow.
It's way simpler. It's real food based.
Right.
If you don't address the detoxification of seed oils, I think you're in big trouble. These are no joke. And they will accumulate in your tissue. They will completely wreck your hormones, your insulin sensitivity, your cellular health, and your mitochondrial health are being poisoned. And peptides, and I'm not picking on peptides, you brought it up, are not going to fix these type problems. We're in a new age where, we didn't have to detox people from seed oil 80 years ago. Now we don't have a choice because if you're going to heal the metabolic profile, you've got to take this head on. And more people right now are chronically sick and diseased because they've been poisoned. And that's just one of the many poisons and toxins that can accumulate in your body. Not all of them are fat soluble. A lot of them are water soluble, which are
Right.
easier to get out of your body, which is why
Right.
sauna is great.
Exactly.
But going back to what you said, I would want to focus, and that's where our focus is.
Mhm.
We're not the peptide guys. We're the metabolism experts
Right.
because we know what can happen with your own health when you change your metabolic profile and you lay a foundation and create an environment where great things can happen. I treated cancer as a metabolic condition, and here I am 15 years later, 51 years young, healthier than I've ever been, vibrant, strong, living, breathing example of what can happen when you put the right pieces in place. And obviously, Dr. Rob as well. I'm not going to give your age. You're just a scintilla older than me, but you wouldn't know it because he's
You
got
don't
less
look it,
wrinkles
is
than
all
me.
I'm gonna
He's got
say.
this perfect olive Spanish
I
skin.
know,
So
so
it's
unfair.
like so unfair.
Can you guys walk through me? So you wake up. What does your day look like? Like, what are you cold plunging? What saunas, diet? Like, walk me through a day with each of you. What does it look like?
It's not even that complicated. It's
Okay.
actually super simple.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
our days look a little bit different because
Yeah,
again,
you go first. Then.
yeah, because everybody's different. Okay,
Okay.
right? And so for me, I'll start my day. Speaking of biohacking, probably like 3 or 4 days out of the week, not as much as I was before, utilizing a brain tap unit because that actually helps to be able to get your body quickly into a meditative state. Okay, and so that is a biohack. And so they're using auricular laser therapy as far as with the eyes as well, playing music and a guided meditation. So that makes it super simple first thing in the morning to be able to get things started.
Okay.
So after that, I'm a huge journal person. So I'm writing down first thing in the morning, 3 things I'm grateful for. Speaking affirmations, something they do every single day. I'm writing down in there as well. Okay, what is my ideal day going to look like today based on whatever my intentions are for that week? I also write down the thing that I'm going to let go. So I think that a lot of people are holding on to these things that you really need to surrender, right? So it's one of those things being, fear. It could be, I'm going to let go of that fear of getting older or that
Right.
fear of disease and just letting go of those things. And then I write down the last thing that I write down in my journal is Rob was. So as if it was like, what do I want to be remembered for? What is my legacy? So I'm like, Rob was a great father. He was a great leader, a great teacher, a great mentor. So that really sets the foundation for the day. And then I go out and walk. So I'll go out and walk. If I can do it barefoot, if it's not scorching hot Texas heat that day, but getting my feet
You're gonna find out.
I know.
yeah, getting my feet into on the ground,
So you're grounding.
nature,
Mhm.
sun gazing as well. So grounding, earthing. So those are some of the ways that I start my day, and at that point now I'm ready to. So it's not like starting my day like on my phone or on Instagram or any of that stuff because I mean
That's what I
just the
do.
amount of stress
Yeah.
we're talking about hormones, and that also is one of the challenges with people who have done like chemo and things like that is it's putting your body into short-term survival.
Right.
When your body is in short-term survival like that, it's not going to have that environment that you want for healing, but that's what we're automatically doing by picking up the phone first thing in the morning.
Yeah, my
But
cortisol levels go straight up.
It's
Got it.
Straight up.
straight through the roof.
Mhm.
So that's not going to be it. So I typically won't look at it until it's probably like around 10 o'clock. And then that's how my day starts. So that's what today looked like for me.
Okay.
So I typically for me, I'll do I don't eat typically until about 11, 12 o'clock. So that's when I have my first meal.
So fasting.
Yep. And
Okay.
then every Sunday to Monday, I'll do a 24-hour fast every single week.
Do you drink any bone broth?
Yeah, I do. I do bone broth. If I'm doing a 24-hour fast,
Yeah.
typically I'm not. It's just going to be straight water
Okay.
only, and then I'll break my fast with food.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what's the meal that you break your fast with at 11?
My favorite meal to break a fast with, and I actually just did this yesterday. The meal for me is steak.
Okay.
So eating a nice big fat ribeye. As a matter of fact, I ate at Stella last night.
Oh, best of steak Florentina
That's
outside
exactly
of
what I had.
Firenze.
Yeah, Paula says hi.
Outside of Firenze. Makes me want to go back to
The owner.
Tuscany.
That's so
Yeah,
cute.
Paula, yeah.
Okay, so you have steak at 12.
Yeah.
And then do you snack throughout the day or do you just wait until dinner?
No snacking. So
Okay.
dinner.
See,
Yeah.
that's my hardest part
Yeah.
is I'm a snacker.
Yeah, that was probably the biggest thing for me when I was when I went through that metabolic crisis, because it was a huge snacker. For me, my like go-to was like some kind of nuts, and I would just be eating just like cashews, macadamia nuts, all of these different things. And I didn't realize that that really was killing my metabolism.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you think that you're supposed to eat multiple times a day to stoke
Well, we've
Right.
been
the
taught.
metabolism, yet
Right.
there's no evidence whatsoever that eating multiple times, really eating more than 2 to 3 meals a day, has any impact on your metabolism. In fact, I talk about, my life BC and AC, before cancer and after cancer. And before cancer, that was one of the mistakes I believe I was making. Looking back on it now, as we look through the data and the literature, is I was eating 6 to 7 times a day. Small meals, lots of protein, always snacking, to secrete insulin, because insulin in that many doses can cause growth. And I was always trying to be 185 pounds.
Right.
Well, I don't know why I wanted to be 185 pounds. I had no business being 185 pounds. All the working out and the eating was to make myself bigger, but I don't know that that's a good longevity strategy. And I think it played a role in me getting into the situation I got myself in. So one of the epiphanies we had when we were over there in Spain was looking at, people aren't waking up first thing in the morning and pounding, cornflakes and
Yes.
donuts and cereal and eating a lot of food. You're really eating more a couple, 3 times a day. And then when you do eat, you're sitting down, usually outside, you're taking time, you're talking to people, you've got an hour or two. You're not scarfing down food in your car as you're rushing across town to get to your next appointment. So I really started looking at that and wanted to make some changes. So I started moving to less frequent meals. I've kind of settled in now in my life around that 2 to 3 meal, depending on how I feel.
Okay.
I do try to mix in a 24-hour fast, maybe once or twice, once every other week. Like today is actually a 24-hour fast for me. Because I listen to my body. I'm very intuitive now. And so I usually do eat breakfast. It's a big part of me, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay.
But today I knew I was going to have a really busy day. And I just know that a 24-hour fast can have a lot of benefits to your health. Obviously, deep driving autophagy. In fact, we even make products that help drive autophagy. So I had a couple of our thermostat capsules this morning, had a great cup of coffee, got my body into a nice state this morning, got sunlight in my eyes. I did a full probably 30 to 40 minutes of sun gazing session this morning.
Wow.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. And
Okay.
that's where I get into my prayer time, my meditation time.
Mhm.
I set my intention. I'm listing off my gratitude. And that is so important, is watching the sun come up. Like if I don't get to watch the sun come up, or it's a day where you can't see the sun, I do not like it.
Your day's off.
It is a little bit off. So
Yeah.
I'll find other ways. I'm like Dr. Rob too. I like to go for walks in the morning. It's probably the most underappreciated exercise we could all be doing.
Mhm.
And it's more ancestrally consistent. We go into these gyms and do all these fancy equipment and machines, and it doesn't have to be that way. Really, just moving your body is more of what's more doable,
Right.
probably better for us. So I like to walk for sure. I walk every single day. But that morning time is so sacred because it really sets the intention. And then the morning sun on my skin, in my eyes, is going to set your circadian rhythms up, because every single hormone it's attached to a circadian rhythm.
Mm.
So if you're going to set yourself up for good sleep that night, that starts that morning. Not looking at your phone as soon as you wake up and getting the blue light and the flicker into your eyes and staring at a computer screen all day
Right.
under artificial light. That is taking us away from what God intended. Reconnecting back to nature, huge. Feet on the ground, sun on your skin and eyes, living in gratitude, eating real food. Those are the things that make a huge difference. And I've really adopted more of a higher carbohydrate lifestyle for me as well. Because I used to be the keto guy and the low carb guy,
Right.
but I've done so much better in my life as I began adding in a lot more healthy, easily digestible carbohydrates. So I love raw honey and maple syrup, and I juice every day, fresh orange juice.
Mm.
And it's really been powerful for me. I have more energy. I sleep better. My hormones are better. My skin's better.
Yeah.
Feel my hair's thicker. I just enjoy eating. I think that's the key to the nutrition, is once you get your metabolism right, you don't have to count macros. You don't have to count calories. You don't have to, there's no deficiency in diets and treadmills. That's not our
Right.
problem.
Right.
It's you don't have a healthy metabolism. So now I get to enjoy eating real food. I'm a real food guy. I know you are as well. We teach an acronym we have is called SERVE. Simply eat real food. If the food doesn't go bad in 2 weeks, it's not real. If you focus on eating real food, you don't have to count macros or how many carbs or protein or fats. Your body's going to get everything that it needs.
Yeah, that McDonald's hamburger that's over my left shoulder, that thing is 8 years old.
Wait, stop.
Yeah.
I have to take a picture of that before I leave.
Yeah. Hard like plastic, no smell, no stink, no mold, no bugs. Just like you walk through the drive-through. Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to the Happy Healthy Life podcast. And as always, if you don't know what's going on with your metabolism and you want to find out, go to metabolismscore.com.
Hey guys, thanks so much for listening to the Happy Healthy Life podcast. And if you're wondering about our Happy Healthy Metabolism products, go to thehappyhealthylife.com and at checkout, use promo code podcast to save 10% off any of our products.
Do we have time for a quick lightning round?
Yeah. We
Sure,
can
'cause
do
I
it.
know
Yeah,
we're way
do it.
over.
Yeah.
Okay. Really quickly, what is the best decision you made in your own health journey?
Deciding to be a chiropractor, easily, hands down, just the philosophy that it taught us.
Yeah, it was that, not to take his answer, but it really was looking at my body as healed, and that was the normal versus being broken, diseased, leaving that mechanistic reductionist model and truly knowing that God made me to be healthy. That foundation was the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Thoughts on the DEXA scan?
It's a tool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a tool, and it's not even the scan really. It's what is the lifestyle that you are going to live. Not looking at that scan as being like a number to treat something. It's what you can utilize those numbers to say, hey, there's an issue going on, but I really need to get my body metabolically healthy. What are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a tool.
Same.
Yeah, it's great.
Cool.
I don't use it, but
Okay, I did it a couple weeks ago.
did it wake you up? Did it show some problems?
It showed me my visceral fat, and let's just say,
Okay.
girls got to do some work. But I
So
liked
it's a valuable tool.
It was for me.
No
it's
question.
Nice to see. It's just nice to see visuals, I guess, is the best way
It
to
is.
put it.
Now the key is, what are you going to do about it? And then the follow-up scan
Right.
to actually do something about it. But you're in good hands because you've got the happy, healthy guys at your disposal.
True story.
Yeah. Okay, what is one truth you'd tell a survivor struggling with their weight or identity after cancer?
I would go back to even what he said
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah,
It's just you're not broken.
Yeah, you're not
easy.
broken. No, you're not broken. And it's not as hard to solve this problem as you may think that it is. So there is hope. There is something you can do. And hopefully that's the reason why God brought us together today, that maybe we can give encouragement and hope that things can happen.
It's that right there. Be the hope.
Talking to you guys, obviously you have your own health journey testimonies, but the overwhelming theme I think everyone's going to get from this episode is how beautiful and how vital friendship is. So kind of looking back on this, what would you say about friendship? And what does it mean to you? Because it seems we have a lifeline right here that I'm looking at.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's for myself. I can't speak for him, but it's really been just everything as well. Just it's interesting. Just going to Spain to help him, I never realized how much it was going to actually help me. And so just when you put that out there to be able to help somebody, it's going to come back to you. So our friendship has been vital. There's not anything that we don't know about each other. And we always say that, yeah, we're business partners, but we're friends first. If there was ever anything that was going to sever our friendship because of the business, then it would be like, okay, screw the business, friendship comes first.
Well, how nice that both of you, can go to the Lord together and really work things out, because
Absolutely.
that does not happen with a lot of people.
It's tough. Partnerships and business are very challenging.
Right.
I have failed most of those. This is the one that's
Same.
been a shining moment at this point, and I don't see anything changing because we are like-minded in the things that matter. But yeah, I'm at 51. Really, I don't hardly even remember my life without this guy anymore. He really moved from a mentor to a best friend to a brother and a brother in Christ for me, and I can go to him with anything. And that's very valuable if you don't have people in your life. And I don't have a lot of people. I'm not going to make myself out to be like, I've got all these really tight, close, intimate relationships with people. I don't. But I think as you get older and you become more clear on your purpose and your vision, the circle does get tighter, but those relationships become stronger.
Right.
Right. And I think I value that more than anything, is to have, in fact, how cool is that the best friend that God chose for me actually shares my late father's birthday, August 25th.
Yeah.
How cool is that? So I get to now celebrate that day in a way that's so powerful because
How beautiful.
how cool is
That's
that?
so cool.
That's pretty cool, God.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
If people want to find you guys, work with you, what's the best way to reach out? What are the Instagrams? How do we get in touch with you?
Yeah. So if you go to Instagram, it's going to be at the H2 Life.
Okay.
So that's the easiest way to get a hold of us. They can go to the happyhealthylife.com as well. Also, if they're curious about how their metabolism is doing, they can go to metabolismscore.com.
And this is for anybody. This isn't
Yeah.
new moms, cancer survivors, those going through cancer right now. If you just want to reassess your entire metabolism, anyone can work with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, life is better on a rock star metabolism.
Amen to that.
Thank you guys so much.
Oh, thank you.
Ali. This
You
has
were
been awesome.
Thanks for actually coming
angels.
here to the studio.
Thank
today.
you for
are
letting
in
me.
the studio.
Thank you for letting me.
You're
Like
in
this,
Dallas, Fort Worth.
I know this. We have to take. Are we allowed to take a couple
Of
photos
course.
before I
of
leave?
course,
Oh,
of
for
course.
sure.
Okay, no, this
Yeah,
was amazing. Oh my gosh, there's so much I could talk about. I didn't really realize like how deep in the faith we are. What church do you guys go to?
So I go to Social Dallas.
Social Dallas. Okay, I need to look into it. And
Yeah,
where do
for
you
sure.
go?
I don't have a consistent church home,
Okay,
but there's a lot of great churches around.
okay.
To
I know
rock-
that's what I'm so
yeah.
excited for.
It's hard. I haven't really found, since I moved here
Mhm.
6 years, I just haven't found a great church home. It's a missing piece for sure because I came from that. It's been a part of my life. So
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I love that both of you are Christians.
Yeah.
It makes doing this, right? Like what we try to do and like try to exemplify to a non-Christian world.
yeah,
It gives us hope. And it's like just nice to know that you guys are
It's
also
fellowship.
here
yeah.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
fellowship. It's so
It's
important.
a big.
And I think that's
thing.
what I'm missing in San Francisco. And like that's why the impetus to move.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's
To Dallas.
There's plenty here.
That's what I need.
Plenty.
'Cause I'm
Yeah.
telling you guys, San Francisco is, I love it. I'm from there, but it has changed so
It's
much.
heartbreaking. What a
It's heartbreaking. because
beautiful
it's a
city. That's
beautiful-
just.
it's really hard. And it's part of Hillsong Church. I guess, are you familiar with
yeah,
Hillsong Church?
Yeah,
Of course.
totally.
Hillsong Church left San Francisco. My church left. It's that bad.
It's like a
Really?
pagan city.
Wow.
huh?
No,
Yeah.
it truly is. And I think living the life that I do, my husband and I do, we're newlyweds, we're trying to live Christ-like lifestyles and do the whole Maha thing and do the chemo club. Where you live is very important, I think. And you can only be a fish, swimming upstream for so long. And we're still so young. I'm like, I don't want to be jaded. I'm already angry with God, with like my mom dying. Like, I don't need to live in a city, right? Like where,
Oh, yeah.
Are
There's just no
are you
support.
still angry?
between us, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to like overcome. Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a normal.
It's okay.
It's a normal.
But it's also been like so long. I'm
phase.
like, why am I so angry? Just like get over it.
Yeah, but
It's hard though.
everybody has to go through those different emotions. I mean, I was super angry.
Yeah.
Not only about my father, but then with it happening to me. I'm
Mhm.
but ultimately, whatever you're feeling it's normal.
Mm.
And so don't beat yourself up too bad. You'll go through it. You'll come out of it.
Yeah.
So don't compare your journey to anybody else's or
Mhm.
how you feel versus somebody else. Yeah, you think 10 years it should be. What are you supposed to feel right now?
I know. I just like,
What are you supposed to feel?
I don't know.
What
That's a
have
good
you?
point.
I had to start asking myself questions like, what specifically are you angry about? And the better questions I began to ask myself, the more clarity I was able to get. Because
Right.
obviously I was super mad at God, and I just kind of just abandoned my faith for a while, to the point where I'm just like, this is just bullshit.
Right.
And
I think the hardest part is just like seeing my younger siblings. Like when I tell you guys, I grew up like Christian household. God was going to save my mom. I
Yeah.
think to just like see that A, not happen, and then B, see my little siblings like kind of like their lives derail. I think it's been like really hard, which is one of the reason why I'm coming to Dallas with my little brother who's like amazing. I'm seeing substance abuse issues.
Yeah.
I'm seeing suicide issues. I'm like, oh, like, why?
Yeah.
Why? So it's kind of like that.
Yeah. It's hard to watch. It's like, I can take it, God. I just don't want anybody else
I don't
to
want
have
anyone
to
else.
deal with it.
Exactly.
So my youngest
Exactly.
brother, he really didn't do good with my father's passing. None of us did, but he really began to let himself go. He put on probably 80 to 100 pounds. Dead at 27 years old.
No.
Baby brother.
No, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Within just 3 years later. Yeah. Yeah, 2000. It was September 29th of 2011.
No.
Yeah, and it was just like, wow. So I had a lot of anger, a lot. I mean, I was really mad. And
So was your dad and your baby brother?
yeah, and so my poor mom, losing her lover, best friend, great man, and then and her son. So, we've all got stuff, and you talk to enough people, they've got worse stuff, right?
Totally.
And it's like, man, so I don't know. I'll be praying for you specifically about
So sweet.
this for sure.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
because God's going to do something really good in your heart with all of this, and you'll have a better testimony to be able to minister and help others work through this. It's going to happen. I mean, you're already doing that, but
I'm gonna cry. I know. I'm just like pray because I'm like, the Lord put the chemo club on my heart for a reason.
Totally.
But I work full time. This is all like my little side stuff that I do, and I'm like, God, please, I want this to be my full time job. I need you to line the pieces up for me.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But thank you both so much.
Hopefully today we were able to bring value. It was hard to corral all so much stuff, but you did a great job leading us through it.
Oh, you guys are so sweet. Well, your stories alone that's what people want to hear, right?
Yeah.
That's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you get bored. If you want to listen to a bunch of technical data and big words, go listen to, I don't know, Huberman.
Exactly. Yeah, go listen to that.
Cool.
Thanks for listening to the Happy Healthy Life podcast. If you enjoy the show, make sure to follow them on Instagram at the H2 Life or on YouTube and Facebook at the Happy Healthy Guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and review the show wherever you listen to podcasts.